So I want to talk about some of my favorite national parks and why my family loves the park system. So we'll start off with our first big experience. So we had gone to Acadia many times, and Acadia National Park is amazing. I love it. It's our hometown national park. But we didn't realize how grand, perfect word, how grand the parks are out west. So, 18 years ago, Lori and I, my wife and I, uh, we decided to go on a grand adventure on our honeymoon. And one of our stops was the Grand Canyon. And we got down there. We went out west. We went to Niagara Falls and went out west into Utah. And then went south into Arizona and was about to start going east and eventually make it to Florida. So we left early. Um, we were in southern Utah and we had a long way to go. So we knew we weren't spending much time at the Grand Canyon, but we made a point to go. So we went down to the south rim and the parking lot was really full. So we made it at the visitor center, the parking lot, and it was a little bit further up the large parking lot. Didn't realize what we were about to see. So we could kind of see it off in the distance, and we were so excited. So excited. And I always explain it like we were young kids on Christmas morning. We were so excited. So we actually didn't even take the path. We went through this like little small thing of trees kind of weaving through. They were small trees. And then we made it to the edge. And where we made it to, it didn't have the railing that's typically down near the visitor center. And we looked upon God's creation. Like, we were just so excited. So excited. And we stayed there for a while. Probably a little bit longer than we should have been. We had to get on the highway. We just didn't want to leave. And just so amazing. So we made a point we were going to make it back to the Grand Canyon. But from Maine to Arizona, I mean, I'm estimating it's 2,500 plus miles, maybe closer to 3,000. So we made it back when our current 14-year-old was a newborn. We went on a summer trip with Lori's parents, and we had two of the older kids. They weren't older. Our current 16-year-old and our current 19-year-old were, let me think about it, 2 and 5, right about there. And we brought Lori's parents because we needed, I did most of the driving. Lori's dad did some. Lori had a newborn. We had a newborn, and we had two young kids. So Lori's parents kind of tended to the 2 and 5-year-old, as Lori had to, feed the newborn, and we had to tend the newborn, burp the newborn, change the newborn, et cetera, et cetera. But we made it back out. And then this past summer, we made it out again, which was nice because the kids could remember the trip. Our oldest wasn't there, but our 4 youngest was there, and they were definitely old enough to make it there. I'm so glad we did. And we will definitely make it back to the Grand Canyon.